So yesterday I walked on the other side of the National Stadium, but today I'm walking on this side, backyard, if you like. And I probably think about the nature of Tokyo as a city today. I think the great charm of Tokyo as a city is that it has many different characters. Here I run for it. Here you have the plate from the former 1965 Olympics. I wonder if you can see that. That's a legacy from the previous Olympics. And so yeah, I'm being late for a meeting. The weather is marvelous. So see. Oh, there are these plantations by Kengo Kuma, the great architect. So, as I mentioned in my previous post, this is a stadium that is defeated and would grow because the vegetations, they would keep growing and you know, as years go by, this stadium would transform itself in, embracing nature. So this is a statement about nature. Yeah, one of the joys of living in Tokyo, especially when you are walking downtown, you see this shrub. In the downtown area, like Ueno, if you walk in the pedestrian, not pedestrian, residential areas, you would actually notice many plants in pots, and these are maintained by residents, and they keep these plants for their own pleasure. But it also gives the city a much needed reservoir of the greenery. So you see these trees there. I think because of the climate, I think it's relatively easy in Japan to grow plants if you give enough space. That's a very famous ramen restaurant, Hopecan. A really nice place. I would love to go there if I had time. So one of the astonishing charms of Tokyo is the presence of these trees, micro gardens. See, I think you can see some of the plantation that is growing on the National Stadium, designed by Kengo Kuma. So I think in that sense Japan is lucky because of the nature of the climate. A lot of rain year round, relatively warm weather. If you let it be, the plants would actually take care of themselves. And this part of the National Stadium, I think, is still under construction. On the 12th of November, they are planning the Crown Prince celebration ceremony. So this part of Tokyo will be closed then on that day. Look at these greens. Actually, you might have this idea that Tokyo is a city where there are lots of steels and grasses and concrete. You do have that, but at the same time, we have all this greenery thanks to the climate. Now, as a butterfly lover, I used to study butterflies when I was a kid, and I still take really good looks at butterflies. Tokyo is a surprisingly rich ecosystem in terms of butterflies. Even in the heart of Tokyo like this, you would sometimes see butterflies. Oh, look at this. I really love these micro vegetations. If you reflect on the nature of Japanese gardens, you remember that moth take a really significant role in Japanese gardening, and that is because, if you really be, moth would grow, and they would add to the green moss, green mass. That was a Freudian slip, and which actually arrived. Green moss actually that's I don't know. Green moss would add to, this is a famous sushi restaurant. I went to the restaurant once with former Prime Minister Yukio Hatoyama, who is a really great friend of mine, and you probably have seen featured in my videos. Anyway, so all this greenery adds the much needed element of environment for the butterflies. If we really worked hard, it would be probably possible to have a bunch of butterflies flying around even central Tokyo. But these trees, unfortunately, are not chosen with the purpose of nurturing butterflies. So you can't actually, expect much butterflies to come out of these trees, because these trees are chosen from the sheer point of view of low maintenance cost, which is understandable. But in the years to come, we may change our philosophy and start cultivating plants that would be more agreeable from the point of view of butterflies. These shrubs, these are not butterfly friendly. From my long experience as a butterfly lover, I can tell whether plant is butterfly friendly or not. This is not butterfly friendly. I can make probably an interesting comedy sketch out of judging whether something is butterfly friendly or not. These posts are not butterfly friendly. This building is not butterfly friendly. It's really hard to see any butterfly friendly elements in this part of town. You would normally, these might be butterfly friendly. So you would typically find a butterfly friendly environment when you let it be. You let the nature take its own course. Because whenever there is space, vegetables, plants come their way. Birds bring the seeds. And look at this space. This is butterfly friendly. So these vacant spaces are butterfly friendly. These buildings are not butterfly friendly. I love this game, declaring whether something is butterfly friendly or not. Anyway, going back to the original theme, butterfly friendly. I'm waiting for the talk. Yeah. So going back to the original point, Tokyo is an incredibly robust city in terms of the ecosystem. If they let it be, I would predict if you abandon a certain part of Tokyo, which is not likely, but you never know. I would predict that in several years, that whole area would thrive as a nature reservoir. And that in that sense, as David Attenborough famously said in his recent documentary, I'm going to buy some water here. One of the good things about Tokyo is that you can buy something from the vending machine, no matter where you are. I'm buying one now. I'm going to buy this one. Oops. Malfunction. Oops. manufactured ones only. I put the wrong thing. Anyway, so yeah, quite incredible. But Japanese vending machine, it's a far cry from what you would find in the United States, for example. Japanese vending machines are invariably reliable, and they do their business. And I think actually I'm quite close to my destination, where I'm gonna do a fan festa for Voicy. Voicy is online radio station, and I have a station there. It's called in English Kenmogi's Brain Radio, where I talk about things. And today we have a fan meeting, an online fan meeting, and I'm supposed to be there. I was supposed to be there 10 minutes ago, but I think it will be okay. Oh, that is a famous Wataryumu Museum, owned and operated by the Watari family. It's a really wonderful museum exhibiting contemporary arts. I really love this museum. Oh yes, I really love it. Here's another ramen noodle place. Yeah, I think I'm almost there. This is called Kiradori for some strange reason. I don't know why is it called Kira. I have no idea. So it has been fun to be talking like this. And this is kindergarten actually. So I stop recording here and hope to catch up again. This walking in Tokyo session is really interesting, and I will try to keep it going. And make some comedy videos about whether something is butterfly friendly or not.